It's Madden NFL 23, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the New England Patriots and the New York Jets, and it's coming up next.
The bright lights of Broadway just to the east of us, and we are under the lights as well at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Hall again on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Rodgers now on first down. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. with Hall. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This one finds Wilson downfield. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run. This is Allen. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Hall again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Jets put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Touchdown at Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out comes the Patriots offense as they'll get their first shot at things here. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Throwing, Brissett. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Brissett. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now Hall to start the drive. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On play action, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 72 yards. And the Jets lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. Give him 18 on the play.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Gibson here running out of the gun. Nice move at the 40. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now Brissett. Wide open receiver complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Brissett now. Quick completion to Henry. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Brissett. Flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well,
Yeah.
right? But in this case, the defense held out. He had to force the field goal.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Patriots take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 1st and 10, Brissett. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield and cross the 45 before going out. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. From the gun, here's Brissett. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Brissett. And caught by Henry. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Brissett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevenson. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Brissett over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Brissett sets to throw it. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Stevenson is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Point after here coming up. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Hall again on 2nd down. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. Here's Jones on the return. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead is Hall. 63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this 1st half.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw going into the hands of Williams. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
To throw is Rodgers. This is caught by Williams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 29-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
That's the third time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
They'll give to Hall.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action. Now Rodgers. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really? By the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's Rodgers. Touchdown!
Breece Hall.
He scored on the ground and through the air. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Patriots ready to try again on offense.
They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
New England on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Now a handoff, Stevenson.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
And New York set to take the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got it to Williams. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
from the 31. Brissett. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On the handoff, Stevenson. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Play fake, Brissett. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing, Brissett. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Brissett.
This one left side caught by Gibson.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A first down throw for Brissett. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll throw again. Brissett. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Brissett. This is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. From 17 yards out. And the Patriots get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. An extra point attempt to follow here. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a New England touchdown. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
Taken from about the 12. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for New England. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Jets, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
From the 10.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some room to roam now. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. First down, Brissett. And this completes to Henry over the middle.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Brissett now.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Second and 11 now.
Play action now. Brissett out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And in the air once more, it's Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 4-point game. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it first and 10 at the 40. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now it's Rodgers. He completes it to Wilson.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
want to give up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers going to look deep for Wilson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Patriots are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So the Patriots coming out now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Throw left side complete. That's Baker.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
On the bootleg, it's Brissett.
And that'll be complete to Stevenson.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Brissett to throw on first. Oh, he puts it on the carpet. It's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now New York set to take the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now Allen.
And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots 30.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And that is no good. And this will stay a 4-point game. So on 4th and inches, the decision is to pass up going for it, take the 3 instead, which was okay, but for one slight hiccup.
Yeah, you've got to make the kick. That might be a decision to regret as a head coach, and he's got to be regretting it already.
New England's offense set to go.
And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Brissett's throw taken in by Bourne.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Now Brissett. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Brissett on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Brissett again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On play action, Brissett.
There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots.
Hunter Henry. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Patriots have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter.
And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass.
tight end on fourth. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turn the ball over. Terrible.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers.
This pass complete to Rucker.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
96 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
So after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Open man here is Conklin. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught by Wilson.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers to throw. It's complete to Williams. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. To throw is Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, a 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Zerline now for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
Touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
From the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. New England trying to get a place on offense.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
97 yards on the ground so far for Stevenson, and a first down.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
They run once more with Stevenson.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Brissett. He finds his man, complete. It's Baker. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a jump against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They go play action with Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Let's go do this thing, baby.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. The drive starts with a run by Allen. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. On the return is Jones. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. First down, Brissett. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Well, the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Brissett. And caught by Henry. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. And finding the tight end Hooper. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Loss of 2 there. And into 4th down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Fourth down, Brissett.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
And New York set to take the field.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. He gets them a little over half of what they need, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
New England's offense set to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Brissett now. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Brissett sets to throw it. Oh, nice move. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Play action now. Brissett. He finds his man complete. That's Baker.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Brissett. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll throw again. Brissett. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Second and 5. Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Brissett.
He's got Hooper on the out route.
Touchdown! Austin Hooper from 17 yards out.
And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do. And don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
Let's go, y'all.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
And the Jets set to take the field.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Rodgers steps away to his left.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Straight ahead at Stevenson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd down and 5. Now a handoff. Stevenson.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. He completes it to Henry.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Brissett.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Brissett. His throw incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, Brissett.
And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play.
Holding. Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And it's fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had it there so close to the goal line. A chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Finding space at the 40.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Hall again on 2nd down.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let us dictate. This is where you step up. Right here, baby. Every day, let's do what we do every day.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now a carry for Allen. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
They'll give to Hall.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.